it. And now I am going to live stream it. And I believe I fixed many of the bugs with the live stream. So I should be live streaming, if this goes properly, I should be live streaming on my Facebook profile, my LinkedIn company page, and my YouTube page all at the same time, soon as this finishes setting up, which takes about 30 to 60 seconds. All right, looks like I'm live streaming now. If you happen to see me live streaming on any of those networks, please share it with your people. We have, oh, give me one moment too to log in on my phone, because Snapchat is through your phone, you guys. You will only use it on your phone. All right, so now I'm sharing my screen from my cell phone. Before I jump into the training of this, I want to introduce you guys to my daughter, Alyssa. Alyssa, come in and say hi.
Hello.
Alyssa is 15, and she is a Snapchat expert because this is the demographic that uses Snapchat the most. So I asked Alyssa to come show us the cool parts of Snapchat, because I want you guys to know that even if you don't use Snapchat for your business, even if that's not where your people are, you could still enjoy Snapchat for your own personal being. Right? Like, I send silly pictures to my kids. I can't send them to my husband because he doesn't use Snapchat. To my sister, she and I send the weirdest things to each other on Snapchat. The greatest thing is that it disappears after 24 hours. So you can literally be silly and not be ashamed by it. Now, of course, you shouldn't put something out there that you don't want to possibly be seen by others, because even though it disappears after 24 hours, it can still be screenshotted and shared however, which is something that I teach my kids, right? If you don't want somebody to see it, you don't send it to anybody. If it's not okay for everybody to see it, including your mother, you should send it to nobody, right? So Alyssa's going to show us some really cool things. She'll use my Snapchat account. So I'm going to log into Snapchat. And Alyssa, can you just kind of walk us through the controls first and tell us what it's about?
Yes.
And then show us cool stuff.
Okay. So, hello everyone. Oh, it's kind of laggy. You see that? Okay. Anyway, so this icon right here.
You have to explain it better. So top left.
The top left icon,
which is my face.
The character is. If you press it, you can see this. I don't know how to explain that.
So it says find friends on Snapchat.
The find friends on Snapchat. It will sync your contacts, and like the people that are in your phone, like contacts, like the people who have Snapchat too, like it will show that what their Snapchats are, and you can add them.
Oh, let's see mine. So she clicked on find your friends, and let's see if any of our friends are on here. Oh, Elise, she's my friend. Click her, add. Okay, and then so you just scroll through, and these are people who you're connected with on your phone that you could add to Snapchat.
And then where it says stories, it says add to my story, which is basically you can choose who sees your story and who doesn't. Your story is basically, if you have everybody on your Snapchat can see it, then you can post there, and it's basically like you're posting on Facebook, except like my mom said, it deletes after 24 hours. And with this friends area right here, it says add friends, and if you press it, it'll show you that somebody added you.
Oh, Marie, accept her.
Accept it. And if you don't want to accept it, there is a X in the very right side of their like.
Do they know if you say you don't want to accept them?
No, they will not find out. But if you do press the X, it's only an ignore button, so they can still friend you even if you ignore them.
Now, if somebody requests me but I don't accept them, can they still see my stuff?
If you have your settings on to everyone can contact you, and then everybody can see your items that you post, and everybody can text you. But if you put on friends only, which I'll show you how to do, then only your friends who you're friends with can see.
Perfect.
How do you put a picture on
my
there?
friends?
Oh, hold on. I think, Marie, did you have a question?
Yeah, how do you put a picture on there?
How do you what?
Put a picture for yourself.
Oh,
Okay.
It's a Bitmoji.
oh, you guys, I have my computer muted because I don't want there to be feedback. So if you have a question, type it in the chat. It might be easier than trying to ask it. Thank you. So how do you do a picture, Melissa?
Okay, so at the very bottom of the screen, there's a big circle, right? I'm gonna put my finger right there. If you literally just press it, that's my picture. And then
I think Marie was asking how to do it for your profile. Was that what you were asking, Marie? How to make your profile picture? Okay.
oh, okay.
Tell them what you clicked on.
I'm sorry.
Top left
It's like
corner.
I'm not used to doing this because I'm just like, oh, click
She's
this
learning
and
to
this.
teach.
Okay, so the top left corner, you're gonna press that icon, and if you come all the way down, if you scroll down to Bitmoji, it should say select selfie, edit my Bitmoji, change outfit. If you press edit my Bitmoji, then it'll take you to this screen, which is where you can style your Bitmoji.
Ooh, there's new ones. I created my Bitmoji about 5 years ago, you guys, to look as much like me as it possibly could. That was the closest they had, and I did not know how to make it look more like me.
So once you've pressed,
That's a separate app.
press
Bitmoji is a separate app you have to
okay, and
install.
then go back to
get there, right?
like you want that, right? Okay, so then once you're done, at the top right corner, it should say save, and you just press that, and then your Bitmoji, whatever you made it as, it should be right there in the yellow box at the top. If you want to change your outfit, it's fairly easy. You literally just scroll through, you find what you want, and then just like we did with the like face and stuff, the top corner it says save, and you save it. And then for the selfie, the selecting a selfie, if you press that, you can choose what people like see you as. So my mom just has the very first selfie on it, but I'm gonna put it as this heart one down here, and I'm gonna press done. So now if you go up, she has hearts by her face.
Now, can you have your real face there instead of a Bitmoji?
You used to be able to do that, but Snapchat made it to where you can only have your Bitmoji. It used to be where you can take like a video of yourself, like a couple second video, and then it does a preview of yourself there. But it only is a Bitmoji now.
What does this mean up here underneath my name where it says bling.kane and 3091, and what is that thing?
Okay, so bling. Mom, Tommy's calling. I think my DoorDash is here.
Oh, I'll check. You keep
okay. So this, right under my mom's name, Barbara, it says bling.kane is her username. That's how her friends can find her. If they type in the search bar, which I'll show you here in a minute, what the search bar is, you can find her on Snapchat. And then the 3091 is if you press it, it will show you how many snaps you've received and how many you've sent, which my mom has received 2,046 and she sent 681. And that's your total snap score. She has a total of 3,091 snap score. I have over 1K because I'm a child. So then next to the snap score is like a symbol. That's her zodiac. So she's Leo. So, oh, the snap map. Okay, the snap map right here. It says sharing location. She's sharing her location with her friends, all of them. You can press on that, and you can choose to go into ghost mode, which you can choose how long, and it will be that no one can see your location. If you press my friends accept, you can choose which people don't get to see your story and your location. And then if you press only these friends, these are the only people who are allowed to see your location. And then if you have on allow friends to request my location, that means that when somebody's texting you, they can press a button and it will say requested location, which means that they're asking for your location. You can choose to send it or you can choose not to.
Did you see and answer that question yet? Bitmoji is
No.
a separate app. Is that correct?
Yes, it is a separate app, but it does go through Snapchat.
So do you have to sign up for a Bitmoji account somewhere first, or you could do it brand new from Snapchat?
Okay, that I'm not sure because I made my Bitmoji so long ago and I'm not really sure. I don't have the Bitmoji app, so I'm pretty sure you can like do it over Snapchat only.
Ooh, Marie sent us a snap. How do we see our snap?
Okay, so on this screen, you're gonna swipe. Which way is this?
Left, I think.
Well,
right.
I don't know how to like necessarily.
So start your finger on the left side of the screen.
Yeah,
swipe
start
it
your finger over here and swipe that way. So we're doing that. And this is where you can see all your friends that you've texted. And to open Marie's Snap, you will just click her name. Are you sure? Okay.
She did it for this.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that that was Marie.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Marie, and she
Thanks,
just sent a
Marie.
snap. And as you can see in the bottom of the screen, it's like a photo, and then it says send a chat, and then it's like a picture of the filter that she used. If you press the photo button, it will take you to a new thing so that you can re-snap her back. I'm going to put that down for just a second to show you the rest. Send a chat. You can reply to her message. Like you can say
thank you.
Thank you. You press send, and then it sent that to Marie, which we can go take a look at that. What just, okay. I don't know how to work an Android. Okay. She has sent another one. And then in the little icon at the bottom right, if you press it, you can use the same exact filter that she used. And then you press the little blue arrow at the bottom right, and then you find the people you want to send it to. If you want to send it to multiple people, you just press multiple people. But we're just going to send it to Marie.
And Haley.
And Haley.
Haley's my littlest.
And you're going to press the send button at the bottom right corner. And that just sent to, why does it keep doing that? Oh, because you have to press it. Mine, you just slide. And it shows you today.
Oh, look.
It shows you today.
Now,
at the top
I want that picture. How do I keep it?
Okay, well, she would have to send another one because if you go to a different area in Snapchat, you can't replay it, which I'll show you how to replay the snap too, if Marie would be so kind to send another photo. But if you, like I said before, start your finger at the left of the screen and swipe to the right on the chats, you can see what time you've sent your snaps. Okay, so you press hers, and you'd like to keep it. I'm not sure how to screenshot on.
Mine is these two buttons. Yeah.
Wait, this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
This one. Okay, you're gonna screenshot. It's different with like everybody's phone, so I'm not really gonna explain how to screenshot because.
Yeah, however you screenshot on your phone, that's how you screenshot that.
And then as you can see, if we. Okay, well, now it's gone because it keeps sliding to the map.
But
okay, Haley sent a snap right here, so we can open Haley's.
Okay. Oh, and see, it shows that we screenshotted
Yeah,
that.
it does show that. Oh my gosh, I gotta stop doing that. It shows that we screenshotted it.
And it also notifies Marie that we screenshotted.
Yes, it does. And if we open Haley's, we're gonna screenshot that
See,
one.
this is the kind of stuff you can send to people that you love without having to worry about. And then she does that thing with her tongue I don't know how to do yet.
If you press on Haley's name or whoever you're texting's name, it will say press and hold to replay. If you press it and hold it, it will replay and you can view it. It does tell them that you replayed their snap.
Okay. Now, what are these little, see how there's Marie and Haley and Chris has like a blue circle around his? What is that?
That is Christopher McCauley's story, which if you press on it, it will show you what he's posted to his story. And that's how you know that he trusts you and he wants you to see his story, basically.
And your story is what everybody can see that you either chose public or just friends.
Yes.
Right? So you don't have to choose. Okay. Okay. And so does that mean nobody else has stuff on their story?
These other people, oh, Brittany. See, Brittany had stuff on her story.
And so you could
the
do
people who don't have things on their story, it's either they have you blocked from their story or they haven't posted.
All right, so I saw you could do video or pictures on here, right?
So, okay, first I'm going to explain the things that are over here.
That's
So,
good how you did that.
thank you. So the very top button, if you press it, it will flip the camera around. If you press it again, it'll flip it back. Also, I'm pretty sure on some phones, if you double tap the screen, like tap, tap, it will change it around like that.
I did. I did not know that. I just learned something new, guys.
I'm not sure if it was only iPhones but obviously, it's all phones. So then this lightning bolt with the X by it, that means that the flash is not on. If you turn it on, if you press it, and it made the flash come on.
Even on a selfie?
Yes, and on the back camera it does too. And there's a little arrow pointing down here. If you press that, it says timer, focus, and grid. The timer, if you press it, it will, and you like can set your phone up where it's no hands mode, like this, right there. And if I press the thing, we can do like no hands. Just like that. And we can save it at the bottom right corner.
How did you save it?
The bottom left corner, my bad. The bottom left corner, you can save it, and I'll show you where it saves to afterwards, after I'm done explaining these. The focus is basically just it focuses on your face. Pretty much self-explanatory. The grid, it's so that you can take like even photos, like you put your like mouth in the center there and stuff. Like choose where even. How to do it even? Okay, so next is going to be your memories. So your memories are when you save snaps, like I just showed you in the last thing that I did. So next to the big giant circle, on the left side, there's something that looks like a canvas, maybe?
Like two pictures laying side by side.
Yes, like two pictures laying side by side.
So point at it like you did that one way. There you go.
There. And I'm going to press on that. Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay. I'm going to press that. And then it takes to everything that my mom has saved, which is basically if you press save button, then it goes there. Also, if you go to stories, you can go to the stories that you've saved. And then your camera roll, it can show pictures in your camera roll. And, oh, and then on this icon down here is the browse filters. If you press that, you can go through all the filters that you have.
Aw, you had bunny ears.
And if you press that right there, I'm pretty sure it takes you to a search. Yes, it takes you to a search, and you can find different filters that you want. Like if you want it to be a ball, then you just press that, and it's like, hi, yeah, okay. So that's a thing that you can do. What else should I? Oh, if you keep your finger from the right and you slide to the left, it takes you to everybody's stories. This is the For You section right here. This is like the stories that are on almost everyone's Snapchat, like what's trending now. You can also follow stories, like I'm gonna do an example here. I'm gonna do Bitmoji stories. In the top right corner, there is a bookmark looking thing. If you press that, now you're subscribed to the story and you will get notifications.
That's me.
And that is you. Bitmoji stories specifically, it gives you a story about your Bitmoji. It basically takes like one of the last people that you've texted, and it puts them there. I'm pretty sure that's Haley's Bitmoji.
I was about to say that looks like either Haley or Kelly.
Yeah, and so it basically goes through an entire story.
Neat.
Most of the time it's just like dumb comedy. And then for the subscriptions, let me refresh and see. Oh, Bitmoji Stories was right there. Okay, so for subscriptions, these are the subscriptions, or these
I
are
didn't
the
know I
things
had
that you're
subscriptions.
subscribed to. The Phone Swap, Brother, and Bitmoji Stories, and that's where you can see the things you're subscribed to. This is right here. Oops, is your friends' stories. You can scroll through here, and you can find whose story you'd like to watch.
Okay.
Um,
Let's see. What about, so the plus up there at the top right, that's to add friends?
Yes, if you press that, you can search right
Let's
here.
see. Who on here, raise your hand like this if you're on Snapchat and we could try to find you. Let's try Michelle. Try to type in Michelle Crane. We might already be connected on there. Let's see. Michelle, is that you, Mish 1986 or no? No?
We have to do her username.
Do you know your username, Michelle? Oh, what if we went back to my friends in my phone? Because Michelle's in my phone.
Okay. Well, we still have to show
Okay.
search people.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
And she said she would.
Let's
Give us
see. There's a question. You can move it after you make your emoji. So cute. Okay. I think Michelle, oh, right here. Here, she put her username in.
Okay. All right.
If anybody else on here, if you know your username and you want to connect with people, you could put it right here in the Snapchat too, and people could connect with you. And then Alyssa will show you in a moment how to find your username. Go ahead and, oh, we did, we were added already, right? We're connected already?
Michelle is added.
Okay. So go ahead and go show people how to find their username. If they don't know what their username is, how can they find it?
Okay. So in this icon right here, if you press it, it shows you, okay, so the big yellow box is there, and then it says your name. And then right underneath that, it says bling.kane. That will be your username. Obviously, bling.kane is my mother's.
How do I change my username if I want to change it?
Snapchat does not allow you to change your username. Whatever you make it as when you begin is what it's going to stay as, unless you make a new account.
All right. Does anybody have questions that have not yet been answered? I'm looking. All right, it doesn't appear that anyone has questions that I can see. Does anybody already use Snapchat just for fun? Okay. All right, now Alyssa, as a teenager, if people were trying to reach you, to market to you, let's see, I'm trying to see if anybody on here.
Oh, Dwight just added us.
Dwight just added us, perfect. So let's say, okay, Tim does runs, right? Like 5K runs. Remember when I did that 5K chocolate run? Tim organizes events like that. If he were trying to reach out to teenagers to get more actively and exercising like that, what kind of thing could he post that would get a teenager's attention?
It depends. If you're, okay, I'm not really sure how to explain this. Is there like a prize for the end of like the race, or is it just like you race it and then it's like, or is there like first, second, third?
Tim, unmute yourself. I'm going to, here, let's see. There you go. All right.
Yeah, there are prizes.
There are?
Okay.
Yes, but also what I do from a few years ago is that, for instance, we do a Santa run. And so everybody would be gathered in one building before the run. And then a friend of mine said, oh, for like, let's say 10 bucks, 20 bucks, you could have a message sent out to a geographic area. That would appear on everyone's Snapchat. And maybe the Snapchat would be like, oh, Santa run's about to begin. And then maybe it's a photo of the beginning of the Santa run. So are you aware of being able to target a geographic location during a particular period of time?
I'm not sure. I've never done it, but I am aware of. Okay, I'm going to take a photo really quick of myself. And then oh, I forgot I can't do that right now. There is next to the save one, the one that looks like that has a plus sign. It's like a box with a plus sign. If you press that, it says, oh, that one says add to your story. Usually it says add to our story.
Well, can I do this blue thing and then choose our story?
Yeah. Okay. So you press the blue one, and then our story is right here. That submit your snap to share your perspective with the world. Your snap could appear in this location on the map, in search results and stories on or off Snapchat today or in the future. And you press OK. I'm obviously not going to share it because.
Right, of course, yeah. Because
So.
But go to our story now. Click on, or not now, go out and then find our story so that you can see the kind of things that are posted on our story.
I'm going to go to the Snap map so I can show you.
So which is the bottom of the screen, you guys, that little pinpoint dot is what she's clicking
It's
on.
very different on other phones though.
Okay.
Like on iPhones, you slide down.
Okay.
Like you just take your finger on the screen and you go down. For some phones, you like zoom or you like pretend like
Mine
you're
does that,
zooming like this way. You take your fingers here and you go that way. Let me see if that works. No, yours.
It used to work because I used to accidentally do that all the time, and I'm like, why does this thing keep coming up?
Let me see if yours works going downward. No,
okay.
Mine goes downward. That's
okay.
why. I'm gonna press the pinpoint down there. And then this is where you can see if anybody's sharing their locations.
Look, we're together.
If anyone's sharing their locations with you, then that's where you can see. You can also scroll out to where you can see the whole United States, Canada, and if you go over, you can see other continents.
So these are people who I'm connected with that it's showing, or no?
Yeah, these people are the people you're friends with. Dee and Brittany, they are sharing their location with you and myself down here. And your location shows exactly where you're at that moment in time. If you log into your Snapchat and you're at a certain place 1 second and then you don't go on your Snapchat for like 2 hours, but you're in a totally different location, it will say seen in this location 2 hours ago. So it won't show exactly where you're at.
And for parents out there who may have their children using Snapchat, there's a way to make it to where only your parent, and I know Alyssa talked about that, but like I'm seeing this because Alyssa shares with me because she has to. That's one of the requirements of using social media is that they can't block me, they can't turn any notifications off and stuff like that, and that they have to share their location with me, but they're not allowed to share it with the world.
Okay, so back to our story. We're gonna go, let's do Valparaiso. Let's see if Valparaiso has any Our Story snaps. So if you press on the Valparaiso name, this is someone who posted on the Valparaiso Our Story snap. And Dwight sent us a message and we'll look at that. See, anyone can post anything on the Our Story. So it's basically just free snap clout.
So Tim, did that answer your question? Does that look promising? Good. Let's see what Dwight said.
Oh, Michelle too. Well,
yeah, we got all kinds of messages.
Michelle said hi. And she also used the
How did she do the Bitmoji?
Okay, so there is a little smiley face on the like send a chat line. And if you press that, it's blue now. You can see which one. There are different emojis that you can do, like down here, the cameos, I'm not sure how to say that. If you make your face, you can choose your face. I'm gonna do my mom's, get close, not that close. Okay, you choose this body, press continue. It's creating hers. Use this selfie, enable 2-person. So now, let's do this one. Now I just sent that to Michelle. Well, and also how to save snaps is you hold down the snap and it says save in chat or delete. If you press save in chat, it saves it. But
It saves it for both of us?
yes, for both of you. And she can also save your chats as well and her
Okay.
own. And just like you can save hers like that. And so if you press delete, it says, what is delete chat? It's explaining that you can delete your chat.
But I think it also was explaining that it may not be fully deleted, like the other person may have already captured a picture of
Yes. And you press delete chat and now it's gone. And it notifies them that you've deleted a chat. Haley screenshotted our snap. Haley screenshotted our snap. See?
Okay.
Says Haley took a screenshot.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually perfect. She screenshotted it. Okay, now let's look
Oh,
at
Dwight
Dwight.
added to his story too.
Oh. Flowers.
Oh. Is that what you're working on, that deck that you just had, Dwight? Yeah, neat. All right.
And let's open his Snapchat.
Now, how did he do that?
It's basically the filter that he used. You can use the same one right here. It's loading on your face.
Okay.
There.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And now, as you can see, you are a dad, a mother, and a child. You're your own family.
Yay!
Dwight also sent a text message. He sent his location and his snap map, and then I'll show you how to request location and everything on the friends screen and whatnot. So up here in the top right corner, it says call, or there's
Can you hear me?
like video camera. So you can either call them like this, or you can, Dwight has it.
Oh, yeah. Dwight, go ahead. Let me unmute you. Oh, or go ahead.
I text a question about that picture of the map.
Oh, why does the map show hotspots? He's asking.
Hotspots.
Like, see how there's hotspots there? What does that mean?
I'm not entirely sure what that means. I've never really noticed that. Yeah, I'm not sure. You'll have to find
I
some.
think I have friends in those spots, or they might be places where I have been and spent time.
Go
Maybe
to
places-
my map. Well, she's gonna go to my map. We'll see if we can figure it out on my map.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's got to be friends because look how much my hotspot is in Chicago.
yeah, but there's also one here.
Yeah, I
you
have
ever-
friends in Dallas. If you keep pulling in, or maybe those might also be the stories.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. That there might be many
Like
stories.
a lot of stories in that spot. That's what it looks like.
Yeah,
There's a
because-
lot of stories.
Like, for example, let me see if I can click somewhere that nobody's posted a story. Let's go right over here. Yeah, couldn't find any snaps here. There's
She was
no
like in the
hotspot.
desert or something.
So I'm gonna click this hotspot, and there are tons and tons of stories there. So
Okay.
that's what we figured it out.
Great question, Dwight. Look at that. Sometimes you learn by
Okay.
playing.
Now we're gonna go back to Dwight's messages. Okay. So as I was saying, the call and the video, you can call Dwight like this, or you can video him using your phone and out in front of you, obviously. And if you press his icon in the top left corner, it will show his story, his snap score, his name that he chose as himself, and his username there. It says screenshotting friendship profiles will send a notification just like snaps, which means that if you screenshot this, what is it, screen?
Profile?
If you screenshot the screen that you're on right now, it will say that you screenshotted his friendship profile. So we'll just exit that. See, it says send my location. If you press send my location, it will show Dwight your location. If you request Dwight's location, then you can, it's basically asking.
How detailed is it? Like, go ahead and send the location. I would like to see how detailed that is. Like, does it give an address or just an area?
It's basically, it shows where you are on the snap map. So he can easily find where you live, but it doesn't say your address.
Okay.
So I'm going to send the location, and see, it says exactly where you are.
Okay, so it just kind of like shows it like that. Okay.
Yeah. And oops. And so here, back here, I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay. I'm gonna go back on his icon up there, and these right here, this is what you've saved in your messages. So if you send images to each other through the chat and you save it in the chat, then all the photos or videos that you've sent and saved will show up in the saved in chat area. The chat attachments, okay, now I know. If you send someone else's username, that will show up there. If you send an address and it like underlines it when you send it, then that's like, it will show up there too. If you go down here to charms, it's basically telling you your compatibility. It's all like zodiac crazy. You could see his birthday is in December. It doesn't
Is
tell
that
you.
true, Dwight? December?
It doesn't tell you the exact date, but it does say it's in December. Astrological sign is Sagittarius. Snap rookies. This is basically your average snap score mixed together, 2,859. Down here at the very bottom says friends with Dwight Clifton since April 8th, 2020. That is obviously when
Today?
you friended them. Yes. Snapchat.
All right. So let's open it up for questions. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions? Not looking like it. All right. So remember, guys, I'm going to put my username in here. So if you go on Snapchat and you want to connect with me, that's my username. I don't use Snapchat that much, mostly just with my 9-year-old. Because she forces me to, like the one that we just opened today, I think it said it was 5 days ago.
Yeah.
She's always like, Mom, you didn't look at my Snap yet, because it tells people when you open it, right? So you can see when somebody opened it. She's like, you didn't open my Snap yet. And I'm like, I always forget about that, Haley. I don't really go on Snapchat that much. So then I open it and it's usually a cute picture of her or her being silly. And then I have to do the same thing. If she's being silly, I make a silly picture back. If she's being cute, I send a cute picture back, right? And we just go back and forth like that.
Hey, Barbara, what is the age demographic and who's using it?
Great question. So it's a very young demographic. High school, middle school, college. That's the majority of people who are using it, which is why for business, the best way to use it for business is if you are catering to a young generation, or if, like Tim, I think even if you're not catering to a young generation, if you're doing something that has live events, it doesn't hurt to throw it on there, because you never know who is seeing it. Even if people, like, you know, I'll call myself the older people, even though we're not posting on our story, we are still looking at other people's stories, right? And we're still checking out things. And so it doesn't hurt to throw it up there. It takes, like, as you've seen, a minute or two to post something. So if you're getting ready to start an event, I think it would be a great idea for you to just real quick take 3 minutes and post something and say, hey, we're getting ready to start the Santa race or whatever it is. Even if nobody comes because of that, you might still get some extra followers. Maybe even put a link to, show them how to do, like if Tim wants to say, check us out at Hometown Happenings.
Okay.
How can he do that?
I am going to actually go to your home screen.
Mm-hmm.
And where is your Google?
Yes.
Okay, Google. Basically, you can type in the website that you want to share.
Tim, is it hometownhappenings.com? Looks like he's typing it in for us. Let's see. Right here, hometownhappenings.net. You're welcome, Janice. Janice said that you're a great teacher.
Thank you.
This is her first time doing this, you guys.
Is this your website?
Tim? Okay, perfect. Alyssa has been with me at a lot of my classes, but this is the first time she's actually taught herself.
So if you...
On mine, I click that share thing, and then it copies it.
Okay.
And then I just do copy link.
You'll figure out how to share it, and then it says Snapchat right here.
Okay.
You press Snapchat. And actually, that's just sharing the website. Let me go back and show you how to actually.
Okay.
Okay.
So she's
the
clicking that
share.
little sideways triangle looking thing, which is my share button.
We're going to copy it.
So we copied the link.
We're going to go back to Snapchat. And then we're going to take a photo. And I didn't explain these over here yet.
Okay, well, now's a good time to do it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna attach the website before it
That's the
uncopies
paper
itself.
clip you're doing?
Yes, the paper clip right
Down
here.
at the bottom.
Show links, allow, and this one right here. You press it, and then it shows the website, and you can press attach to snap. And this timer right underneath the paper clip is how long people can view your snap until it goes away. They could replay it, obviously, like I showed earlier. You can do 1 second snap. They can only view it for 1 second and it's gone. I always keep mine on no limit just in case someone doesn't see it at first. For the scissors, if you press the scissors, you can basically draw over what you want to keep and have as a sticker, and you draw it in, and then you have a bunch of stickers. And the icon right above the scissors, you press it, and you can put different things on your screen like this. Also here, you can go to this one, you can put something on your screen, your recents. This one is the things that you've captured, which I'm gonna put my face there again. And then over here, it's just emojis. And then the one right above, the one that I just did, the coloring pen right here, you can draw, you can change the color to whatever you'd like. And if you press the little guy with the heart eyes down here, the emojis will probably not be the same on everyone's, but you can change to which emoji you want, and you can tap and place. You can also draw with it, with a straight finger. And to remove it, it's right here. It's the next to the white icon, the coloring pen, it's like a back looking icon, undo, and you just press it until whatever you didn't want is gone. And then the text, if you press the T at the very top, you can choose which color you want your text. I always keep mine white because it's easy, it's more eligible to read. You can put, hello, please visit my website. And
just so we know, we don't talk like that in the business world.
Yeah, but you can also put text there by tapping on the screen. You could put swipe up, and I'll show you what it shows when you swipe up on theirs. So I'm actually really quick just going to add this to your story so that I can show.
Why don't you send it to Dwight? Can you send it to him instead of add it to the story?
Well, yes, I can, but then
I'll just delete it
afterwards.
That's fine. Good, that shows how to delete that thing too.
Okay, so in the top left corner, now you can see what you've put on your story. If you press that, you can press right there, and it tells you how many views you've gotten at the bottom left corner. And if you've gotten views on it already, then you can swipe your screen upwards and it will tell you exactly who's seen your story. And this paperclip down here, if you press it, you can see which thing you've linked to Snapchat. On other people's Snapchats, if they view your story and they see this and you tell them to swipe up, if they swipe up, it will take them directly to your website that you've linked.
And so the other people don't see the views and stuff though?
No.
Okay. So then how do we delete that off of our story? To delete this from your story, also in stories right here, it'll show you that that's on there. You can press on the thing that you want to delete, and in the top right corner, there's 3 dots, and if you press that, it will say save, delete, or send snap. You just press the delete button. Perfect. It's deleted. Thanks, Dwight. Dwight just showed us that it worked for him. He went to the story. It worked for him. Oh, look, he did. Okay, cool.
And as you can see, I'm going to replay this really quick. In the top right corner, there's a timer right there, and it just went away. That means he has his on a timer.
Awesome. You guys have been really great participating. And so Marie responded to that story, which is why it pops up here like this. It shows us what she was responding to so that we know. You ever get a message, someone's like, oh yeah, I love that. And then you're like, what did I post that made them say I love that? And so with Snapchat, it connects the picture to what they're responding to, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
You guys have made it halfway through this. How cool is that? So your homework, you first need to determine if Snapchat makes sense for you. It's not going to make sense for every business, and it may or may not make sense to you even to use personally. If you don't have time and this is just going to add something else, don't make yourself feel obligated to utilize this platform. But just ask yourself, is this something that I might want to utilize? Is this something I could have fun with or that I could benefit from? And if so, make sure that you create your Snapchat account and that you or if you already have one, update it now that Alyssa showed you how to, if you want to add a Bitmoji or anything like that. And if you would like to connect with other business people, post your handle in the unit where the homework assignment is as a comment so that we can connect with each other.